Hi, I'm Michelle, and I've been mixing for 30 years. We mix mainly TV and documentary film, sport projects, and we recently got into Nuage. We've been using Nuendo for a long time, and it just works. The workflow is so great for us. And what I'd like to take you through today a little bit is my workflow day, because our project turnarounds are incredibly fast. We work in, a lot of this is broadcast like the next day, 2 days later, so it's a very quick turnaround. From the time we get an AAF or an OMF from the editor to the time we output the stems for them to lay back, there's very little time for fooling around. And this is how our workflow has sped up and allowed us to keep up with people. And shrinking budgets, people are like project-based now. They're going to come into you and say, I have X amount of money. The faster you can do it, more money in your pocket. That's always a good thing, but you're going to do it well because the tools here are really great. So I think I'm just going to start to take you through like how my project would go. Normally an editor is going to give me a pretty basic AAF or OMF. They usually do pull down, clip edits, very quick, nothing. So we'll go in and we'll open up. We have a little bit on the master section I've pre-programmed. You'll go in and you'll say, I want to open an AAF. Okay, so this AAF came from Premiere Pro, and it gives me all the tracks. I'm going to import my media. They happen to be MXF files. Select all tracks. It's opening. It's going to ask where the media is coming in separate in a separate folder. It's not a self-contained, so it's going to ask where those are. I'm going to show it. It's going to link all the media. Boom, done. Okay, so here's our session. This is the session we're working on today. As you can see, they don't really actually have any automation in this. It's just basically quick cut together. What I will do is I'll group all this. I'll select it all, group it, pull it into a new session, and start from there. So I'm going to actually close this out. I'll have the OMF. I'll split out the session the way I like to do it. And we have all the tracks get separated. Now, the great thing about Nuage is how you can control your sessions. Once you get your sessions get pretty big after a while, you'll have like up to 150, 200 tracks sometimes with automation. You can quickly go through, so you can have all your tracks show up here on these, which is this one here, you can see it here. So say I just want my audio tracks. I can go in and select those. Output tracks, these are my stem outputs. They're going to go out at the end of the session. My group channels that I have assigned, that's all easily. If I want to select a track, if I have a track selected here, you can go selected track. It will come up somewhere on this strip here. It's a big session. Oh, sorry, I didn't quite. Do I have it selected? Yeah, okay. And the great thing about this strip is you can also do it this way. Now, this is the great thing about Nuage. However you like to work, there's multiple ways to do it. And this is a good example. Those keys are one way to find tracks that you have. You can also use the scroll strip, which is really amazing. You just touch this. It scrolls. It updates all your information. You can find your track. You can select it. Obviously, you can select it in the session. You can scroll through your tracks here. And the cool thing is it will correspond. I don't know if you can see that, but the lights are lighting up. Whenever I select a session here, it will go to the corresponding track. So that's really nice for that visual cue, that quick feel. The other thing that's really nice about it is the way you can access different features like EQ. So, for example, on the screen, you can actually touch this and drag these points however you like. I have to put a disclaimer here. I have no fingerprints, so touch screens. I don't know why, but I just I could. But and then you can obviously use the knobs. You can do this. Turn everything off. Then you can do on the channels themselves. You can go into the EQs there. So there's multiple ways to do things however you like. I personally like using the knobs on the EQ section here at the touch screen. It's great. I'm not used to using so many faders actually. I only have the 16, which is, so you use that a lot trying to find it. If you have 150 tracks and going through the faders, it's like so nice to have that just slide through and you'll see them all right up there. So that's a great feature to have. And they all, I don't know if you can see, but they all have like a meter readout. So what your track names are, and you can adjust that if you want your numbers really big, like, or if you prefer the track names really big, you can adjust that. You can adjust the times of this. If it bothers you, you can turn them off. You can turn the fader follow off and on. If you're playing back a mix for a client, you don't want to hear the stuff resetting, or you can dim the lights, so it's all adjustable. I mean, Yamaha's done a great job of letting you fine tune it.